There is a dark force behind the Pride movement. Ancient spirits worshipped in the days of the Old Testament have once again captured the world. Only this time, most are serving these biblical demons unwittingly. Once you can see the spiritual component involved, it's much easier to understand how America and the world have come to accept evil and sin as personal triumph. How one of the 7 deadly sins could be given an entire month of celebration. Our country has been handed over to these ancient spirits, and we are leading the way for the rest of the world. This is not mere conjecture, as there are many signs pointing to these conclusions.
This Asherah, this Ishtar, you know, and the thing is, it comes with, notice it's all from the sexual revolution. So that's the goddess where you're going to get something else now. And in her, when I looked at her ancient tablets, her ancient inscriptions, she says, I am a woman, I am a man. It says in her hymns, it says, you, goddess, have the power to turn a man into a woman and turn a woman into a man. So this is the goddess, the principality of the destruction of gender, androgyny, merging male and female, blurring female and male, blending men and women, merging them. And that is why we are all watching this in our culture right now. It is a spirit. It is not natural. And it is this exact principality that is affecting everything of June. June is the month where she possessed the culture. June, she was the goddess of pride. So June has become the month of pride. She's the goddess of altered sexuality. So June has become the month of altered sexuality. And think about it, but Jesus said it all because the spirits go back to the house that they possessed. So she used to possess the month of June. She's gone back to it. June has gone back to its old form. And not only that, here's another thing. She was also the goddess of parades. Wow. She caused men to parade through the city streets dressed up as women. Women parade the city dressed up as men. Parades that just were full of colors and were full of sexual licentiousness. Well, they're bad. They're bad. And you know when they stopped? When the gospel came. And now when you take God out, they're going to come back. So and the people who are doing it, they don't know. They have no idea what they're doing. This is spiritual. But she knows what she's doing. And the other thing is that she had a sign. There was a sign that was associated with her. You know what the sign was? It was the sign called the rainbow. It's the sign of the rainbow. And the interesting thing, so why is the rainbow the sign? The rainbow belongs to God. Yeah. But on her myth, it says that she steals what belongs to other gods for herself. So she takes the rainbow, and the rainbow, I won't go into it, but in the book I show each color of the rainbow flag actually it reveals the goddess. And so and think about this, about how crazy this is. The American embassy, they fly the American flag. They don't fly other flags. Yeah. But we fly the rainbow flag celebrating sexuality. That's not natural. No. Nations will celebrate one day of the year to celebrate their birth or their independence, but nations all over celebrate 30 days given to this sexuality, and it's linked to the 30 days of the goddess. That's not natural. You have you go to a supermarket in June and you'll find children's cereal boxes with rainbows on them. That's not natural. That is supernatural. And so it's touching our culture, touching everything. But not only that, even the Supreme Court, because let me tell you how this affected our life. Because the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court didn't know what it was doing, but the goddess does, the spirits do. The thing is, there have been 3 major rulings that have transformed sexuality, and they took place in a 12-year period. The first one legitimized same-sex sexuality. The second one struck down the Defense of Marriage Act, and the third one changed marriage forever. It altered marriage to become same-sex marriage. So when were they? 2000. It was 2003, 2013, and 2015. 12 years. The first one took place in June. The last days of June, which are the time of the goddess, not the time of the summer solstice, that's the time of the goddess, especially, happened on June 26th. The second one was 10 years later, happened in June, last days of June, same day, June 26th, summer solstice time. The third one, remember when marriage, we all remember it, when marriage was struck down. June, last days of June, time of the summer solstice, days of the goddess, June 26th, the same day. June 26th is linked to the mystery of the goddess.
These facts are not mere coincidence. The evidence laid out by Jonathan Cahn proves the Sumerian god Ishtar is the spirit behind the Pride movement. Cahn elaborates further on this subject in his book, The Return of the Gods, with many more shocking connections between the Pride movement and this Sumerian deity, including how Ishtar was the protector goddess of the alehouse and how the gay rights movement was started in a bar. This video was not meant to be hateful toward any community, and I have refrained from expressing any personal opinion. I'm simply shedding light on the dark origins of the Pride movement.